You're listening to the Australian Army Training and Doctrine Podcast.
Welcome to this short series of podcasts featuring experiences on the ground at the Warrant Officer and Non-Commissioned Officer Academy here at Canungra Wing in Queensland. In this episode, I'll be talking to one of the trainees here, Warrant Officer Class 2 Jason Rubie. So tell me a bit about the course that you've been attending here.
I'm currently attending the 2017 RSM's course. The course runs for 5 weeks. We're currently 4.5 weeks into the course, so a few days to go and looking forward to its completion.
And what's your background and how did you come to be here?
I'm a signaller, so I'm from the 3rd Combat Signal Regiment. I was appointed RSM of 8 Sig Regiment earlier this year, and by virtue of that, it was my attendance on this course to gain the qualification for that appointment next year.
And as you say, just a few days to go now. So how's the course gone for you?
To be honest, the course has been quite good. I came onto the course with an open mind, so I had no real expectation of what the course was going to be like. So has it met my expectations or not? I'm probably neutral in that regard, but I've enjoyed the course and I will definitely take something away from it.
What will you take away from it then? What did you learn?
I won't say I've learnt a lot. I think it's just reinforced knowledge and behaviour. But it was the diversity of the course that I think has probably developed, and that's some of the learning I'll take away from it. In regards to that, it was 5 international students, Tonga, Fiji, PNG, and the US Marine Corps, as well as the varying corps and background of the Australian students on the course.
And what's the advantage of being exposed to that? Because clearly there must be a strong networking component that goes with the classroom learning.
Oh, look, there's the network, and that's something that, people have, instructors in particular and visiting lecturers have reinforced over the last 4.5 weeks is the classroom is the network, and students on the course will be our network in the preceding years to come and appointments that we take up. But for me, it was different corps doing things differently and being able to learn from their experiences and how they do business.
Can you give us some specific examples of what you managed to learn from other people on the course as a result of their coming from a different background?
Probably just the practical aspects when it comes time to military justice system or the ceremonial aspect.
And specifically within the ceremonial aspect, what did you learn?
Although quite a sad topic, some people have just recently been involved in ramp ceremonies and funerals. So during the practical aspect of ceremonial, they were able to advise and assist and provide some ground truth on how they actually did business when it came time to that activity.
So very intense period while you've been here, lots of classroom-based learning and other types of learning as well. What kind of preparations did you undertake before you came here, and how much did that help you to get the most out of the course?
So 6 weeks prior to the commencement of the course, the pre-course was released on eSchool. Quite an intensive package that just got your head back into policy and understanding where things are and just reinforcing your current knowledge. So I found that to be beneficial.
And once you got here, what's the main learning methodology? Is it largely classroom-based with PowerPoint presentations?
You can't have a course without PowerPoint presentations. So a lot of periods delivered by PowerPoint presentation. However, there was syndicate and sub-syndicate discussions and activities, as well as playlets.
You've had then a number of weeks here to truly reflect on what makes a good RSM. So in your experience, what does make a good RSM? What makes a good candidate?
So the world, according to me, and this is just my opinion, I think it's just be yourself. What you've been doing throughout your career has obviously got you to this point. So I believe if you continue to be true to yourself and just continue down this path, you've already got the attributes to be a good RSM. Each person has a different style, different character, different qualities. So I don't think one shoe fits all. For me, it was compassion and empathy whilst being firm but fair, and also getting to know your soldiers. I would put a bit of a personal spin on that where I got to know them all by their first name and a little bit about their personal life to try and break down that barrier to make me more approachable for when the soldier was having issues either at work or in their personal life where they felt more than comfortable in approaching me for assistance. A soldier with a good personal life provides better capability at work.
Has this course helped to reinforce your own personal leadership style and the ethos that you'll be taking to your new role as an RSM?
I have my own leadership style, which is different to everyone else, but we all look at people, whether we try to emulate them or not. And as I've said earlier, I think you need to be yourself. As long as you make the correct ethical and moral decisions and just be yourself and use your influence, I think that's probably the one thing that I'll take away from this course. But I'll continue to be myself and do what I've done for the past 21 years.
Final question, for other candidates who'll be attending this course into the future, what kinds of attitudes and behaviours do you think they should bring with them in approaching the course?
A positive attitude, but then it's, as I've alluded to throughout my career, it's just be yourself on the course, because what they've done to be appointed or selected as an RSM has obviously been the right thing. So just continue with that behaviour and that attitude, and I think that'll place them in good stead to complete the course and come out with a positive result at the end.
Warrant Officer Class 2 Jason Rubie, thank you very much. To hear more about the training underway here at the WONCO Academy, listen to other podcasts in this series available on the Cove. The web address is www.cove.org.au. I'm Captain Sharon Maskell-Dare. Thank you for listening.
This podcast is produced by the Australian Army and is copyright the Commonwealth of Australia.